Ladies and gentlemen, veterans, first I'd like to welcome the veterans from the 82nd Airborne Division that are here with us today in Nijmegen in the Netherlands, many of whom traveled long and far to be with us today. I also like to welcome their family members. The other people I like to welcome are the audience, many of whom were probably children during the war, but might have still very vivid memories about the severe fighting that went on in September 1944 around Nijmegen. The first time that probably most of our veterans were introduced to my country was during Operation Market Garden. The goal of this operation was to basically try to cut the war short by connecting Rotterdam and Antwerp harbor through the key bridges over the main rivers in Holland to the troops for supplies, thereby enabling the forces to thrust deep into Germany and cutting the war short with hopefully 1 or 2 years. Today we are here with our veterans, and we can hardly imagine how it must have been for them to jump over occupied territory towards the enemy during the start of Operation Market Garden. It was so bad that many of them were already killed, not even reaching the ground yet. And we can only admire their bravery to do what they did in those days. We will be forever in their debt, and I hope that if a situation like that ever occurs again, we will be able to do the same thing as they did, with the same resolve and bravery that they have shown to us. After being dropped, the 82 Airborne Division was supposed to occupy and hold the key bridges at Nijmegen, which they did. They repelled many German counterattacks and were able to do that for the next 2 days after they landed. Finally, the Germans were able to occupy key roads and set up key defensive positions, and it became apparent that the operation as a whole was a failure, also in the sense that the ground troops were not able to connect up with the airborne troops in the following 2 days, what was the original plan. Finally, the operation was ceased and the airborne troops were withdrawn, and the biggest airborne mounted war operation was terminated. The gravity was shown by the casualties among the Allies. Between 14,000 and 17,000 were either killed, captured, or severely wounded. After that, after the war was over, Europe was for a very long time literally divided, and the Iron Curtain was to be blamed for that. It became only Europe took a big step after the European Union became a reality, and it turned out that that is a very good thing, because there were many things that are actually tying the Europeans together. Values like democracy, freedom, human rights, but also tolerance, justice and solidarity. And it are exactly these values for which our veterans here today fought 70 years ago. And it's therefore for nothing that their nickname is the Great Generation. And here in Nijmegen we are here now to commemorate their battle, and we are for always in their debt for the price that some of them had to pay for our freedom here today. Thank you very much.